Vanderbilt. They played a great game, better than us. The fans did a great job. Had a backup quarterback come in a tough situation and play very well. Defense was outstanding. Just got beat by a good team.
Coach, once again, special teams, or I guess if you look at the end of this, the undoing, the 3 special teams breakdowns, you know, that's everybody's going to be pointing at. Can you explain any reason why special teams seem to be the weakness that's getting you beat right now?
I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say that we certainly made mistakes on special teams, but it's a team game. Offense has the responsibility, defense has responsibility, special teams have their responsibility as well. So we win as a team, we lose as a team.
Mark, what was your view on the targeting call, the one on Rameek, and its implications in the game?
Well, I promised myself I wouldn't say anything horrendous about the officiating today, so I'm not going to do that.
Has the target though changed the way defensive players are able to play the game?
Well, you gotta hit. You can't hit a guy above the shoulders. I mean, we all know that it's a rule, and you gotta be wise enough not to do that.
Mark, on the long completion near the end of the game by Vandy, it seemed like you're also upset with the official about something.
I promised myself I wouldn't say anything horrendous about the officiating in the game.
Has the targeting rule changed the way Georgia Bulldogs play football?
Well, we've been working on, we work on drills, you know, to make sure we're not hitting above the shoulder. We're making our guys very conscious of that. You know, but the game's being played real fast, and you know, it's offensive players. They tend to, you know, they may catch the ball at a certain height, and then by the time you get to them, they go a little lower, you know, they drop their head some, you know, so it's very difficult. It's very difficult to know exactly, you know, where the guy's going to be by the time you strike him. So it's hard for defenders to really do it within the rules, even if they have the right spirit about it, which I know our guys do. Then on the other hand, you know, if you get to coaching that you have to go low, then you're putting the offensive player at risk as well. I mean, I don't think the defender who tackled Keith Marshall was trying to hurt him at all. You know, I think he was trying to make a good, clean tackle, and it was a good, clean tackle. But when you go low on a guy, if you're concerned about going too high, then then you may get an ACL out of the thing. You know, so it's just a tough rule for the officials too. It's tough for everybody.
Mark, some of the special teams, I guess, catastrophes that you guys had earlier in the year, you said that you guys were able to survive and win those games. Do you think those kind of things would catch up to you if they kept going?
Oh yeah. Anytime you turn it over or make some type of mistake like that, I mean, you would expect that it would cost you.
Mark, a few weeks ago after you guys beat LSU, everybody was on top of the world. It's kind of hard to grasp what's happened since then.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's a very tough football game. You know, the game of football is a tough game. It's a very physical game. You know, guys get banged up, and then you got to go figure out how to go play football the next game, the next down, and all that kind of thing. But you know, a lot of teams are going through that. It seems like maybe more this year than I can ever remember. Just you hear about guys that are not able to play, and so you know when that happens, your margin for error is even smaller. You gotta play better. You gotta play smarter. And yeah, I mean we're going through it right now in a tough way, but we've got a good group of guys. We got a good group of coaches. We're gonna stick together.
Mark, is there any update on Harvey Clemens and I guess Conley?
You know, I don't know what's up with Josh. He just was out for the rest of the game. Chris needed help getting off the field at the end of the game, so that's never a good sign. I just don't know.
Did it look like Chris's ankle?
I think that's what happened. I think it was an ankle sprain. I don't know how serious it was.
On Brendan Douglas' fumble there again, was that just a case of trying to get extra yards, or he just didn't control the ball?
Well, you know, I mean, certainly when a guy's trying to get extra yards, the longer you're trying to grind your feet, the more susceptible you are to the ball coming out. But he's got good habits. He's got good habits. I'm sure they did a good job of knocking it out. And, you know, every once in a while the ball gets knocked out. But you know, as a young back, he'll learn to do even a better job of securing the football.
Coach, I know at the beginning of the season, everybody was talking about almost 5 yards away from the national championship. Considering what all y'all have been through these last 7 games, what'd you kind of talk to the team about?
Well, the main thing I talked about is that it's a tough game. It's a physical game, and it's a game where when you're winning, everybody, you know, wants to say how good things are going, like you said, and then when you start losing, everybody's going to have an opinion on that too. And you know, the thing I just want to make sure that everybody understood that at Georgia we stick together. We stick together as coaches, coach to player, player to coach, coach to coach, player to player. We're going to stay together, and we're going to. You know, we got to do what we got to do as far as correcting and all that kind of thing. And that's part of football. It's critiquing what happened and trying to make the best decisions we can make to get better. But you know, I just said it hurts. It hurts everybody. But you know, when it comes to talking to the media and things of that nature, you got to give credit where credit's due with the job Vanderbilt did today. And you know, the sun's going to come out tomorrow, and we'll reassess everything, and we'll correct whatever we got to correct. But the main thing is we're going to stay together.
What were some of the second half issues offensively in terms of against?
You know what? I can't really say for sure, other than it looked like there's a lot of bang plays. You know, they played good zone coverage, and when we were putting the ball on our receivers, they did a nice job of hitting us as the ball was coming. They defended well. We didn't have a sack, but we didn't give up a sack as far as what I see statistically. But there were times they put some pressure on us and forced the ball to come out. But you know, I'll probably have to look at the film to really know for sure on all of them.
Did you guys come in, it looked like there were a lot of rush attempts. Did you guys come in feeling like you could run the football and Vanderbilt did a better job of defending that than you thought?
We have to. We think we have to have a lot of balance to really have success. We don't feel like we can just chunk the ball every down. And really, the situation we're in right now, you kind of got to look at who's healthy, and you got to get your personnel groupings. Try to use the ones that have the best chance of success, and I think everybody felt like we'd have to share the load, run and pass, to really be successful. I didn't think we could really count on one to be a dominating part of it. I think our balance has been, you know, part of our success. We try to keep it that way.
Coach, it didn't look like Rumpf got any time today. I was just wondering, what was the plan with him?
You know what? I don't know if he got in or not, and I'll have to ask Coach Ball about it.
Coach, did you change anything in your defense when Pat Robinette came in after the injury?
No, we ran the same calls. You know, but he did a nice job. He stood in there and made some plays and didn't make any foolish throws, and secured the ball well when he ran it. Thought the guy played well.